Hello everybody, this is your favorite Beetle here, and in today we are going to take a look at 100 Days Winemaking Simulator. It was a free game on Epic. No idea what it's all about, but let's see what it is. Okay, insert your winery name. Let's call it the Beetle's Bark. Okay, just Beetle's Bark. Let's see what logos they have. Flowers, no. Animals, do they have a beetle? Leaves, feathers, birds, castles, no. Random shapes, more animals. That looks like a Chinese rice wine or something like that. Not for us. That can work. In the background. Oh no. Maybe. Quite like that. What does this do? Yeah, I quite like that. Yes. Okay. And that's the Beetle's Bark Winery. Let's jump into it. Story mode, I guess. The card represents activities we can perform. You can drag and drop them on the board. Okay. The board represents the working day. Each activity occupies a specific space, but you can rotate the cards to optimize the work. When you're happy with your placement and ready to move on, click on the button in the right corner to proceed to the next day. I don't think... Let's rotate. Yeah, I think that will be it. That was a bit easier. Some activities have a special result. Press the flashing orange button to view it.
My dearest Emma, I doubt you remember me. My name is Beppe and I am an enologist. Winemaking has ruled my life as a tyrant, devouring any free time I had, until I have reached the end of my journey, still chasing the perfect wine. There is a long list of winemakers who would be happy to inherit my lands, but this time I will rebel against what is logical or due. While we need to treasure our tradition, we also need to make room for innovative solutions, newcomers to fill our ranks. I want you to run my business and become a winemaker. It's not going to be easy, but I promise you it will be worth it. Your vineyards await.
Ooh. Okay, so I reckon we go from a desk joppy job to winemaking then. 100 days. So like I said, this game was free on Epic. Hi, my name is Anna and I'm your next door neighbor. Hi Anna. Hi, nice to meet you. It's great to finally meet you and put a face to the name. I've heard so much about you from the old man. What old man? Oh, have you? Yeah, tell me everything about it. Don't worry, but all in due time. I just thought it would be nice to introduce myself and greet you. So, here I am. Oh yes, very kind of you. You must be exhausted. How's your journey? Yeah, actually I'm a bit tired. The flight was delayed and kinda packed, you know. Oh girl, I can imagine that. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you, okay? Anything at all. How about that? How do I run this place? The letter wasn't particularly clear on this matter. Whoa, that's a big question. But you're in luck. The old man has left some instructions for you to follow, but he was a bit worried you'd feel overwhelmed reading everything in one go. I'll pass his notes to you one by one when the time feels right. He has entrusted me with this task, and I shall oblige. Overwhelmed in this word. So, more handwritten notes and letters, you say. I gather he wasn't particularly tech savvy. Not really. He belonged to another generation. Other times, other means of communication. But you'll be fine. Don't worry. Back to your question. You should really give Teo a call. He'll help you run this place. Teo. Okay. Do you know him? Yeah. Nice guy. Tall, strong, big hands. He's the youngest son of the old lady who runs the bakery in town. Wonderful loaves of bread, white bread, granary bread, you name it, they have it. Not to mention the cakes. On Sunday morning, the smell of cakes that permeates the entire street. Promise me you will try those cakes. And, oh, Teo, how do I find him? This is a lot of reading. Okay. Oh dear, I'm doing it again. I'm rambling, aren't I? I'm such a blabbermouth sometimes. Right, Teo, it's really simple. Just ring him up, he'll be here in no time. Great. Thanks, Anne. No worries at all. Now I'll leave you be. I have a mani-pedi booked at my favorite nail spa and I can't possibly be late. You know, unpack, settle down, get familiar with the place and breathe in. Can you smell it? Smell what? Oh dear, you really don't have a clue, do you? Smell the eagle, fill your lungs with it, absorb it. Welcome to Lange? Don't know. Make yourself at home. Howdy, Teo. How are you, Teo? That'll be me, yes. Great, we spoke on the phone yesterday. I really need your help. I'm happy to help. Truth is, I was waiting for your call. You know, the old man was instructed us all. Oh, that sounds kinda ominous. Ah, nonsense. It just shows how much I cared for you, and for this land. So I've heard, but I never met the man. I have no idea what the kind of person he was. I can't help feeling that he's left me sitting on wasteland. I almost missed the office. Come on, you don't really mean that. I'll be happy to prove wrong. So, how does the winemaking thing work? The question is perhaps too vague. I'll be honest, I have no idea when it comes to gardening. I named the last houseplant Dodo because extinction is the ultimate fate of all my plants, doomed to perish the instant I buy them. Not even a succulent. They are hard to kill, you know. Nada. No green fingers whatsoever. No cute artisanal ceramic vase. Not even a fancy terrarium with tiny green creatures growing inside. Not for me, sadly. You know, if you'll ever feel like fixing this, I have a distant cousin who is a florist in town. I know. Do you? How could you possibly know? Oh, let me guess. Anna told you. Bingo. She told me a bunch of things about you, but I disagree. So what are the basics of winemaking thing? I'll have no chance without your wisdom. Agreed. So, let's start from something easy yet fundamental, like reading. Is it about? I'll stop you right there. It isn't. Weeding is about preserving the moisture of the soil by reducing the competition for the mineral nutrients required by the veins to grow. Clear enough? In short, death to weeds, long live vines. That's a bizarre way of putting it, but yeah, in a nutshell. Great. Let's just pretend weeds are my houseplants. It will work like a charm. Don't know whether it is. Warehouse is used to store bottles ready to sell. You can build new rooms to handle marketing. Warehouse level determines the amount of orders you can fulfill every turn. In the tool shed you can find all the vineyard machinery and rooms to maintain them. Some tractors and tools will decrease turn numbers for specific activities. In the cellar you can find all the tools and rooms that you need to work on, such as tanks, barrels and presses. Tools are the one requirement required for most of hard activities, and they can get dirty or broken. Interesting. Iron tool shed. Let's go on to the next day. Crepes are looking nice, I think. So how many grapes do we have? That will not fit in there. A good friend is worth their weight in gold. Giving it a name will allow it to recognize it. Let's call it Chat. Oh, sorry, Chat. There's no picking the trees. How much cash do we have? Suppose maybe buy one of those. Press. Barrels we need, I think. Okay. Bottling machine. Okay, so we have the crusher. Is there a way to... So I can't see it. Ah, there we go. Okay. That's what it costs. Oh, that's big. That's real big. Okay. That went well. Do you think so? Was my reading up to this to your statements? Huh? I'd say it was amazing. Told you so. Exterminate. I am good at this. So what's next? Yes. Let's proceed. Now you can learn the fine art of crop thinning. Crops on a diet. I have the feeling this is going to be quite a ride. Baby steps. Basically, you will have to remove some of the flowers and or grape clusters on the grapevine. Wait, what? Why would I ever do that? If you could just let me finish. As I was saying, this procedure is used to achieve yield and quality goals, and it will allow it to modify the vine balance. A waste of resources that happens by design. I'm getting this right. You are. It might sound counterintuitive. I'll give you that. People thought growers were completely nuts when they first started to practice this technique. A priest from a nearby parish was summoned to the vineyard to talk some sense into them, save their souls from the blasphemous act of wasting perfectly good grape clusters. So you are not the first one to stare in horror. So I have to sacrifice some flowers and grape clusters to the benefit of those that are left. Correct. It's all about the yield. Are you familiar with the concept? The yield is a measure of amount of grapes of wine that is produced per unit surface of vineyard. Wait, let me write this down. It makes no sense now, but maybe it will later on. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we want to upgrade. But I think that's all we can do for now. Your business has 3 different buildings that handle different sides of the wine production. Click to access them and handle their functionalities. Autumn. I can't buy anything there. Let's wait until that finish. That wasn't too bad, was it? Yeah, I guess I'm starting to get the gist of this new life in the vineyards. So, now what? Harvest! Yeah. We need some help with that. Oh, so there's no Harvest 101 with Theo. Not this time. We can start harvesting together, but you will need to hire your knowledges to complete this task. It's the most complex and delicate activity you will ever perform in your vineyard. There is no room for mistakes. Thank you very much. No pressure. You are going to be fine. Relax. Just call Gianni. He's the best in the area. Will do. Good. Let's get moving. It's getting there, I think. Well, this is still just the tutorial, so we'll see. You are late. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, sorry. I ran into Anna on my way here. You should really avoid any distractions. Winemaking is an activity that requires your undivided attention and commitment. If you are not ready to devote your time to your vineyard, you will fail. And most importantly, your vines will perish. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I catch you on a bad day? I'm merely stating the facts. So, why am I here? Tongue-tied. Bleh. Words. Theo told me to hire you. We've started harvesting, but need your help to complete the task. You have certainly moved here from London, with no understanding nor interest in the winemaking business. You basically know nothing about this, don't you? Whoa, you don't mince words, huh? Are you really sure you want to help me? I promised the old man I'll help you with the first harvest. And I always keep my word. I can see you have made a start at it, which is fascinating to me since you have no idea about what you are doing. Now, hurry up. I'd like to be done with this before the season is over. Well, in that case, how about less complaining and more harvesting? My thoughts exactly. So, harvest. As you may have guessed, it's the process by which wine grapes are picked. You can do this by hand or mechanically. This is going to take a while. Yes, it's a long and tiring process, and yes, you have to endure this every year. It's almost my favorite bit and the most rewarding experience as the enologist, so please don't spoil it. You really woke up on the wrong side of the bed, huh? Let's go. You are you are as slow as a sloth. Keep moving, or we will never get to the cellar. Is something waiting for us in the cellar? Just your future as a winemaker. No rush at all. Okay, let's skip again. In this panel you can see the harvest results. Now you can move to transform the grapes and select the tanks you would like to use. Good quality. Nice. Tank capacity. Ooh. Oh, okay, now we'll make it. Vinify grapes. Okay, so now we're choosing this one. Unbelievable, you have survived your first harvest. I appreciate this sarcasm. No sarcasm this time. I'm honestly blown away by the fact that you are still here. You're not getting rid of me that easy. So, what's next? Crushing. Crushing? Yes, the crushing realization that there is still a long road ahead and I've run out of sunflower seeds. So it was you. You left the trail of sunflower seed shells in the vineyards. Another incredible deduction. I wish we could spend more time playing Sherlock of the vineyard. But we have work to do. Today we will crush the grapes. Okay, sounds easy. Now, before you start smashing grapes like a brute, let me be clear. This is a gentle process. We are just bursting the skin of the grapes to expose all the inner solids. Are you still with me, London? Of course, all clear. Just a bit gory. Focus. We will apply pressure to the grapes to allow the juices free access to the yeast, tannins and characteristics of the skin. Whoa, you really like the fancy words, don't you? Okay, gives you the shape of the card. I am an enologist. My vocabulary is specific. Are you taking note? I won't repeat this. We will combine crushing with the de-stemming process. It's relatively straightforward. The stems are either removed from the grapes or left attached. It really depends on what winemaker prefers. Questions? None at the moment. As you wish. Now go crush those grapes gently. And then you skip again. Some activities require a larger board. You can increase the size of a board through the technology panel. Yes. I've been reading some books about winemaking. The old man has left me tons, filled with notes, weird diagrams and old photos. That's good. Yeah, but I still can't wrap my head around a few things. That's fine, it's a lot to take in. Like the pruning thing, how do I do that? Oh, pruning. You really have been studying, haven't you? The answer is simple. It's too early for you to do that. How so? Well, first of all, pruners vines in winter. Then, let's just say that you need far more than just a few books to understand how to do that. But don't worry, I can help you. Cool, okay. I need to go to... open the menu. Ooh. Ouch. Ooh, I think we needed that. The amount of buds left on the vine will affect quality, quantity, and grape ripeness. Every vine variety has its favorite pruning method. So, how's it going with Gianni? I'm glad you asked, because, mate, how on earth did you think we could work together? Ouch. He can be a bit blunt, I guess, but don't take it personally. Blunt? He's not blunt, just plain rude. I know that I need him and his knowledge, but he is way out of the line sometimes. I'm so sorry. I can assure you that he is a good man. He is just used to mumbling on his own. You know how your knowledges are. Constantly stressed out and under pressure to get the perfect wine out there. I'm fine. I can take it. I just need to vent. Anyway, I'm so happy our one-to-one sessions are back on. I've missed your winemaking lectures. Oh, thank you. It's finally time to prune your vines. Uh-oh. This is a level up for me. Indeed, it is. Pruning is all about removing unwanted or unneeded parts of the grapevines. We prune in winter, and we leave on the plants that necessary buds for the next year production. So far, so good. Anything else I need to know become Prince Pruner? Princess Pruner should know that vines can be trained with different styles of pruning techniques, depending on the grape variety. Certain pruning styles are more adequate than others. Okay, so I remove the unwanted bits and I leave the buds on. How many buds? How do I select those? Good question. In a nutshell, less buds, better quality of wine. More buds, more quantity of wine. It's always about quality versus quantity, isn't it? In this case, it is. It definitely is. Are we going for cheap box wine or ooh la la wine? Go for there. Fermentation, I believe that will come in the winery. Or not. Fermentation consumes sugar to create alcohol. You can select duration and yeast. Different yeast can give different flavors to the wine. Hello again, London. Alas, we meet again. Indeed, I hope you're ready, because today we will cover one of the most complex parts of winemaking process. I have dusted off my old notebooks for this occasion. I also have a whole bag of sunflower seeds to chew on whenever I feel overwhelmed by incompetence. I am rubber, you are glue. Anyway, I'm ready. Open your spellbook and let's summon some wine. Now London, pay close attention. Do you remember what we have learned about crushing? Be gentle, burst the skin, release the sugary juice, expose them to the yeast. I'm impressed. Well, fermentation is the next step. Yeast will now convert grape sugar into alcohol. Sugar meets yeast and bam, here is the wine. Not so fast, London, not so fast. Fermentation will affect the body, sweetness, tannin and acidity of your wine. Depending on the grape variety, there are different optimal values for each of these characteristics. Sure, hey, wait, are you reading from your old notebooks? I am, don't interrupt me. As I was saying, sweetness and tannin are influenced by the duration of the fermentation process. Everything clear so far? As clear as mud. Unsurprisingly so. Look, I am tired and I'm running out of sunflower seeds. I'll make it easy for you. Let's say you are fermenting Barbara, okay? A practical example would be helpful. Yes, let me write this down. In this case, your optimal values will be tannin 2 out of 10 and sweetness 2 out of 10. Now feel free to give it a go. Even if I highly doubt you will get this right at your first attempt, Give your non-existing expertise and the basic equipment we have in the cellar. You should really add a few drops of optimism to your daily intake of sunflower seeds, you know. So how do I... So you said 2 out of 10. Okay, so it needs to be there. Let's go with none. Plants are naturally occurring product found in the grape skin seeds and also found in the wooden barrels. Let's go for the... Okay, so we want short. Okay, so that will disappear. Next. We're fine with nothing. And let's give it a go. Okay, pruning is done. If you press with a high intensity, you will get a higher volume of must with a lower quality. Use the slider to select the desired intensity. You look tired. I'm not tired, I'm fermented. Well, 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 is this your first attempt at a winish pun? Blimey, you are taking this seriously. The sooner you'll accept that I'm here to stay, the better you'll feel. Trust me. So what's on today's menu? Pressing, which is a process whereby the juice is extracted from the grapes. Pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? That's it? Obviously not. Increase the grape intensity and you'll get more wine. Decrease the press intensity and your wine will be of better quality. Are you writing this down? Increase for more quantity, decrease for better quality. Got it. Good. Remember, the press intensity will also affect the value of two characteristics, which are body and tannin. If you are pressing the Barbara, keep in mind that optimal body value is 8 out of 10. I'll give it a go and see what happens. I know your generation is not particularly keen on reading, but you can also check the wine data to get the right balance. Should be easy enough, even for you. No way that I will get there. Oh look, it's raining. No biggie, I've lived in London long enough. Rain is an integral part of my everyday existence. Well, in our case it makes a huge difference. We have to stop. We can't work in the vineyards when it rains. Really? Too bad. I'm afraid so. I see. In that case, I'll put the kettle on. Do you fancy a cuppa? A cup of tea? Sounds very exotic. Thanks, but a double espresso would do. Here you are. Here I am. You look tense. I am. Today we'll start bottling the wine. This is the final stage of the winemaking process. The moment of truth. Once the bottles are sealed, there is nothing more we can do. It's out of our control. Are you really concerned about this? Of course. Always. Even more is a given. You had no clue about the entire process. Bottling is irreversible. There is no turning back. Next time you see your wine, it'll be in someone's glass and they'll be tasting it. Relax, it's my first wine, and I have learned tons along the way. Whatever people say, it will be on me and not on you. Nonsense. I'm the that's a very difficult word. Ionologist and your mentor. It's my responsibility. The only thing that makes me feel less helpless during the process is to make sure that the bottles are sparkling clean and the corks are top quality. Good to know. Let's inspect the bottles and hope for the best. Click on the eye, okay. The final stage. Condition. Okay, so we will not be doing that. So nothing today, I guess. So let's place that there. Make sure you have enough space in the warehouse for your bottles. Remember that some type of closure can give faults in the wine. I thought we already did this. That's perfect. Couple of things at once. Machines wear out while using them and they can get dirty or broken. You can clean and repair them accessing the different buildings they belong to. Using dirty machinery can give faults to wine. Hey girl! Long time no see. How are you doing? Hi Anna. I've been buried in work. Apologies for the ghosting you the other day. Gianni hates it when I'm late. Oh, so that's why you ran away so quickly. I thought you were avoiding me. Me? Avoiding you? No way. Phew. But tell me, how are you two getting along? Gianni is all about the wine. He doesn't mingle with us in town. He is difficult to read. Tell me more. Oh boy. This is going to be a long conversation. You, right? Anyway, we just finished bottling our first wine. It seems particularly concerned about the last phase. Let's hope everything goes smoothly. Oh wow, that's great. Your very first bottle. You have to tell Satoshi. Satoshi? Don't you know him? Girl! Have you ever left the house? You should really go out sometime, you know. Gianni says I have to focus and avoid any distractions. Gianni says this, Gianni says that. I don't even know him, and he's already getting on my nerves. He'll do that. Forget Gianni, listen to me. Satoshi is the owner of the wine bar in town. He is such a nice guy. Go there, tell him I've sent you, and bring a bottle of your wine. He will want to taste it. I don't want to impose. Impose? Snap out of the imperial coldness. Stop behaving like a guest. This is your land. These are your traditions. Own it. It's ironic, you know, as an expat, I really felt like a guest. I felt like I was inheriting a space that wasn't mine. Now that I'm home, I still feel and behave as a stranger. I'm stuck in limbo. Don't go all philosophical on me. It scares me. Take a deep breath and enjoy your evening out at Satoshi's wine bar. Can you do this for me, pretty please? Sure. Thank you, Anna. Okay, we need to clean. How big is the wine taste? Let's do cleaning first. And then wine tasting. The evaluation of the wine is expressed by a score. This value depends on the typicality of the wine and the quality of the grapes used. The flavors increase the score while faults decrease it. Not bad. Hi, welcome to the wine bar. Do you have a reservation? Hello, not really. Sorry. It was a last minute thing. My neighbor and Anna told me to... Oh, sorry. Is it you? It's so nice to finally meet you. I have heard so much about your first steps into the winemaking business. Anna has filled me in your adventures. She really is the unofficial news broadcaster in town, isn't she? Tune in to the radio, Anna, and learn about what's new in the area. Well, she is, but she has a big heart. She only broadcasts positive things about people she cares about. But listen, why don't you just sit at the table over there and tell me about your first wine? I'll be there in a sec. Sure, thank you. Meow. Nice to meet you too, furry creature. You're so cute. Can I pet you? Is that okay with you? Looks like you have met Barrick, and judging from the rhythmic purring sounds I hear, I'd say that he likes you. The feeling's mutual. I also like your wine bar. It's so cozy. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. So, let's talk about your first wine. Do we really have to do that? I'm not sure it's any good. Here you go. Uncork and taste it, if you dare. So, come on, your silence is killing me. It's dreadful. Oh gosh, Gianni will be furious. I must have screwed up something. Maybe the fermentation process, or the pressing. You must have been pressed too much. Is the cork okay? Look, I know you have been studying hard, working hard, and are fully committed to the cause. But, how do I say this? This wine is actually good. All things considered. Deep color, full body, low tannins. Well done. Is it? Are you sure? I mean, feel free to say it's rubbish if you don't like it. No, this is good, especially since it's your first wine. And I was right. You do know that you do know what you are doing. Here, this is the menu. Order what you want. It's on the house. Celebrate. Really? You're too kind. Thank you. And yes, Anna was right. I really needed to leave the house and meet new people. I'm feeling so much better. Stay as long as you like. I have to go back to the other tables, but definitely want to know more about your future plans. I will pay you a visit as soon as I can, and that's a promise. Okay, so I think that will be it. Let's see how it goes. It's a lot of reading. I will maybe do a year playthrough and see if it gets any better, and then we go from there. But yet again, if you have any tips, questions, suggestions, comments, whatever, leave them in the comment section, or if you just want to be an arse as well, that's fine. And then I will see you next time. Have a good one.